It is said that you could tell the DiMaggio brothers apart pretty easily. Joe, of course, was the best hitter. Dom was the best fielder. And Vince, he was the best singer. It was Vince who, while playing with the San Francisco Seals of the Pacific Coast League, recommended Joe to the owner of the Seals. And he always said that he could play better defense than Joe, but never had Joe's batting eye. When Vince made it to the major leagues, he was striking out too much. He led the National League in strikeouts 6 times. And Boston, who he was playing with, sent him down to the minor leagues. The Reds picked him up for a very short time. And then in 1940, he went to Pittsburgh. And that's where he found his power stroke. 1940, he had 19 home runs. In 41, he had 21 home runs. And then 43 and 44, he became National League All-Star. Ultimately, though, it was an off-field incident that ended Vince DiMaggio's time with Pittsburgh. They went to a restaurant that also had a floor show, and Vince charged the bill to the ball club. He wasn't supposed to do that. The ball club refused to pay, and he was traded to Philadelphia for the 1945 season. And with the Phillies, he did hit 4 grand slams, but he could not keep himself in the major leagues, and he was sent to the PCL, where he became a minor league player manager from 1947 through 1951. This is Apba Brian welcoming you to Apba Athletic Field for Game 2 of the National League Double Elimination Tournament between the New York Giants and the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Giants are 5th seed in the tournament. Pirates are 4th seed in the tournament. Here's the starting lineups. For the New York Giants, JoJo Moore, Johnny Rucker, Dick Bartell, Mel Ott, Babe Young, Billy Jurgis, Harry the Horse Danning, Burgess Whitehead, and the pitcher Hal Schumacher, grade B, pitcher, no modifiers. For the Pittsburgh Pirates, they will lead off with Lee Hanley, Frankie Justine, Bob Elliott, Archie Vaughn, L.B. Fletcher, Maurice Van Robes, Vince DiMaggio, and Al Lopez. The pitcher is Matt Butcher, a grade B with Z pitcher. Butcher was 17-12 in 1941 with a 3.05 ERA. Here is the first batter of the ball game. JoJo Moore steps in, tall, slender, right-handed batter. 52 is going to be a 27, a ground out to Lee Hanley at first base. Here's Johnny Rucker. 1-1, that's going to be hit column. 13 is a double for Johnny Rucker. So with 1 out, he'll be at second. He's a fast runner. And Dick Bartell, who hit 299 in 1941, will get a chance to get an RBI here. Here's the pitch from Max Butcher. 1-1 hit column roll here. Or no, it's a double. That's a 6. And that's going to be a ball hit the left center field. It splits the gap, and Rucker will score. 1-0, New York. Here's Mel Ott. Mel Ott did not play in the minor leagues. When he came up, John McGraw signed him as a teenager. He did not want any minor leaguer messing with his batting style. He had a unique batting style where he picked up his right foot, his left-handed hitter, and held the bat, waved the bat up and down vertically until the pitch was made. Matt Butcher winds. Here's the pitch from Mel Ott. 34 is a fly out to the center fielder for the second out. That brings up Babe Young, who hit 25 homers in 41. 62 is a swing and a miss for strike 3. But the Giants get on the board in the first. It's 1-0 New York. Pittsburgh coming to bat. Lee Hanley leads off for the Pirates, 32. That's going to be a ground ball to the New York second baseman. Burgess Whitehead throws over to first, 1 away. New York is a fielding column 1, and Pittsburgh is fielding column 2. We're using basic Apba instead of the steals, though. We use the master rules. Frankie Justine comes up, the second baseman for New York. 33 is hit column. And that's going to be a double for Frankie Justine. That's a third double in this game already. First for the Pirates, Bob Elliott. 65 is going to be a foul out to the third baseman, caught by Dick Bartell. 2 outs. Joseph Floyd Archie Archie because he was from Arkansas. 42 is a open base on first. That's going to be a walk. First and second. L.B. Fletcher. 54 is a fly ball to right center field. Nope, right field. 3 outs. We go to the top of the second, 1-0 New York. Billy Jurgis, 17 years in the major leagues, 3 times in the World Series, and 3 times in All-Star games. Here's the pitch from Max Bircher. 22 is a single for Billy Jurgis. Average speed at first, no outs. Here is the catcher, Harry Danning, one of the leading catchers in the 1940s. He was an all-star for the Giants from 1938 through 1941, and he threw out 40% of base stealers. Not as many base stealers in the 40s, but that's still an impressive number. Here's the pitch to Harry Danning. 32 is 26. That is going to be a fielder's choice. Second base to shortstop. Now Danning's at first. Slow runner, the Giants will play it safe. Burgess Whitehead played on the 34 Cardinals World Series team. 6-6 roll, that's a hit column roll. 26 is a double, and it's over first. Runners will be at second and third. Third double in the game for the Giants. The pitcher, Prince Hal Schumacher. Not a horrible hitter. 1 down. Here's the pitch from Butcher. Squeeze play is on. Pirates are playing the infield back. 24 is a 13. Uh-oh. That's going to be a strike, and the runner is out at home. 2 away. I was looking at the 13s on his card, and he only has, for a pitcher, he's only got he's got 5 13s. Here's a pitch. 44 is a 9. He gets a grade B. That is going to be a base hit, and Whitehead will score from second. And it is 2-0 New York. So Schumacher makes up for missing the squeeze play. Here is JoJo Moore. 16 is a ground out to the shortstop. 6-3. We go to the bottom of the second. It's 2-0 New York. Van Robies leads off for the Pirates. 55 is a fly ball to center field, caught by Johnny Rucker. 1 away. Prince Schumacher was Prince Hal Schumacher, to go along with King Carl Hubble. They were the third winningest pair in the National League. Pitchers behind Spahn and Burdette, and I forget who the other pair of pitchers that beat them out, but they were very successful. Here is Vincent DiMaggio for the Pirates. 6-6 roll, that's a drive. It might be. It could be. You can kiss it goodbye. It's a home run for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And Vincent DiMaggio, who hit 21 homers in 1941, puts the Pirates on the board, brings up Al Lopez. 15 is a fly ball to center field. 2 outs. And now the pitcher, Matt Butcher. 44 is a fly out to center field. So 3 fly balls to center field interrupted by Vince DiMaggio's home run gets Pittsburgh on the board. It is New York 2, Pittsburgh 1. So we go to the third inning. Johnny Rucker leads off for the Giants. Doubled in the first and scored. 53 is 17 against fielding column 2. That's going to be a single to right field. The opposite way for Rucker. Fast runner at first. D20 stealer. Okay, here is Dick Bartell. 1-1, that's a hit column roll. That's a 6 for Bartell again. That's going to be a double to over first. Rucker scores, and that is the second double for Dick Bartell, and it's 3-1 Giants. Mel Ott. 32 is a ground out to second base. The runner goes to third. Let me double check that. 32-26. That's correct. Babe Young. 15 is a fly out to right field. Bartell tags, and he will score. 4-1 Giants. Here is Billy Jurgis. 15 is a fly out to center field. Well, the bottom of the third is New York 4, Pittsburgh nothing. Lee Hanley leads off for the Pirates, and that's going to be a pop-up to the catcher, Harry Danning. 1 out. Frankie Justine. 22 is a single for Frank Justine. He is 2 for 2. He doubled in the first. Fast runner at first base, Bob Elliott. He was an all-star in 1941 for the Pirates. He was moved from playing in the outfield, where he was not terribly good, to third base. Eventually traded to the Boston Braves in 46, and I think his best years were with the Braves, and helped him to the 48 World Series. Here's the pitch to Bob Elliott. 6-6 roll. That is a 3, and off a B pitcher, a double to center field. Runner will score, and there's been a lot of doubles in this game. It's 4-2 Giants. 6 doubles and a homer here in the third inning so far. Archie Vaughn with 1 out, runner in scoring position. He represents the tying run. He was one of the premier hitters in the 1930s, hitting as high as 383 in 385 in 1935. Here's the pitch to Archie Vaughn. 16 is a 28. That's going to be a ground out to the shortstop. Runner will have to hold. And there are 2 outs. L.B. Fletcher. 42 is a walk. Van Robies. 36 will be a walk. Hal Schumacher is surrounded by Pirates and he's facing Vince DiMaggio. DiMaggio homered in the second inning. Here's the pitch. Oh man, I saw a 1-6. It's a 1. Okay, so 16. So that's going to be the defense back with 2 outs. Ground out the shortstop. He goes the short way to second base. 6-4. And that will end the third inning. We go to the top of the fourth. 4-2 New York. All right, Harry Danning steps in for New York in the top of the fourth. He's a lifetime .285 hitter. Here's the pitch. 22 is a base hit for Harry Danning. And both pitchers are struggling to get their footing here in this game. Here's Burgess Whited. Danning is a slow runner, so New York will play it safe. On the base path, 63 is a fly ball to center field caught by Vince DiMaggio, 1 away. Prince Hal Schumacher, single and a run, first time up in the second inning. 24 is a swing and a miss for strike 3, and now there's 2 outs to JoJo Moore. That's a hit column roll. 16 is going to be a double. They're playing it safe, but it says with 2 outs, any runner scores, timeout. Okay, in the optional rules, it says if you play it safe, you name the specific runner before the dice roll. On a double, any named runner advances only 2 bases. So you change the normal chart results to read like this, so you don't get the 2 out advantage, and runners are on second and third. That brings up Johnny Rucker, who is 2 for 2, doubled, singled, and scored 2 runs. Infield's playing back with 2 outs. 54 is a fly ball to right field, and that ends the 4th inning and the threat. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 4-2 New York. And note to self, maybe it will not be wise to play it safe with 2 outs. You can still get a runner thrown out, but I don't like not getting that run scored with that double. Here's the pitch to Al Lopez leading off the bottom of the 4th for the Pirates. 13 is going to be a base on balls. And Al Lopez is a slow runner. Pirates will play it safe. Brings up Max Butcher. He will sacrifice. 23 is a 24. Safe at first in the fielder's choice. Runners out at second. Pitcher to shortstop. So that sacrifice fails. And Butcher is a slow runner at first. We'll play it safe. Lee Hanley. 0 for 2 today. 56 is going to be a strikeout. And now Frankie Justine. Who later on in the 40s was a roommate for Ralph Kiner. Pirates home run here. 63 is a fly out to center field. 3 outs. We go to the top of the 5th, 4-2 New York. Dick Bartell leads off 2 for 2 with 2 doubles and 2 RBIs. 41 is a ground out to the shortstop, Archie Vaughn, 1 away. Malott, 0 for 2. 45 is going to be a walk. Average speed at first. Babe Young comes up. .54 is a fly out to Bob Elliott in right field. And now Billy Jurgis with 2 outs. Jurgis had kind of a fighting reputation in the league. He was in the league a long time. I mentioned he was in 17 years. He got in a fight with a teammate in the dugout one time, Walter Stevenson, when he was chiding him about the South losing the Civil War. Another time he got in a fist fight with an umpire, a famous umpire, George Magerkurth. And there was a third occasion in his interesting career where he was shot in a hotel room by a distraught female fan. Somehow she got into his room and had a gun and was going to shoot herself. He wrestled with her to stop that, and the gun went off and hit him in the hand and in the ribs. But he was back on the field 3 weeks later. Here's the pitch to Billy Jurgis. 34 is a fly ball to center field. That is the 3rd out of the 5th inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 4-2 New York. Right fielder Bob Elliott leads off for the Pirates. He's traded to the Braves in 1946, and I think he had his best year in 47 when he hit .317 with 22 home runs. 52 is the roll. It's ground out to the third baseman. Retired 5-3. 1 away. Archie Vaughn. 44 is a base hit for Archie Vaughn. He is 1 for 2. Fast runner, L.B. Fletcher. 61 is a 37. It's going to be runner caught off first. He's picked off by the pitcher, 1-3. So 2 outs. And now nobody on. Schumacher pitches to Fletcher. 63 is a fly out to the center fielder, Johnny Rucker. 3 outs, we go to the 6th, 4-2 New York. Harry the Horse Danning leads off for the Giants. 51 is a base hit for, let's see, that's right, for Danning. He is 2 for 3. Here is Burgess Whitehead. Slow runner, they're going to play it safe at first base. 1-3 is a 32. It's going to be a fly out to the right fielder, Bob Elliott. 1 down. And now the pitcher, Schumacher. That's going to be a base hit. Single to right, and it sends the runner, Danning, to second because we're playing it safe. He would have gone to third otherwise. But with 1 out, first and second. And JoJo Moore comes to bat. He is 1 for 3 with a double. 1-5 is a 10. He's going to be out at first. Pitcher to first base. Runner's advance. Here's Johnny Rucker, who is 2 for 3. 53 is the roll. 17 on column 2. It's a single to right. 1 runner scores. Schumacher is going to be out at home. Right field is catcher, 9-2 on the throw, but the Giants put another run on the board. That is 5 runs, and it's 5-2 as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, New York. Maurice Van Robeys will lead off for the Pittsburgh Pirates in the bottom of the 6th inning. He is one of the few major leaguers to wear glasses, and he's also the guy who put a name on teammate Rip Sewell's blooper pitch, called it the Ephus pitch. Schumacher pitches to Van Robeys. 36 is a walk. Second time he's been given a free pass. Vince DiMaggio, homered in the 2nd inning. 13 is going to be a walk. That'll bring the tying run at the plate. Al Lopez. .45 is a walk. And Hal Schumacher has lost the strike zone. Timeout. Pirates will play the infield back. The Giants will play the infield back. Pirates are bringing in a pitch hitter for Max Butcher, who pitches 6 innings and gives up 5 earned runs. The pitch hitter is Stuart Martin, 305 hitter in 1941. Here's a big moment. Can Stu Martin put a quarter in the merry-go-round? Here's a pitch from Schumacher. 21 is a 12 with the infield deep. The batter is out at first. Runner's out at second, and they're going to score a run. 6-4-3, and it becomes 5-3. There are now 2 outs, and the infield will, of course, still play back with the runner on third. Top of the order, and Lee Hanley comes to the plate. He's 0-for-3, struck out his last time up. Here's the pitch from Schumacher. 41 is a ground ball to the shortstop. So 6-3, we go to the top of the 7th. The score is New York 5 and Pittsburgh 3. The new Pittsburgh pitcher is Bob Klinger from Allentown, Missouri. He is 9-4 and 41 with a 3.93 earned run average. Leading off for Pittsburgh is Dick Bartell. 24 is a swing and miss for strike 3. Bartell is 2-for-4 with 2 doubles. Not a lot. There's a drive. It might be. It could be. It is out of here. A home run for Mel Ott, and it is 6-3, New York. Babe Young comes up. 15 is going to be an 8. That's a base hit for Babe Young against the C pitcher. There's only 1 out. Billy Jurgis. 54 is a 32. That's a fly out to the right fielder. 2 away. Harry Danny. 62 is a fly out also to Bob Elliott in right field. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Mel Ott tacks on another run for the Giants. It's 6-2 New York. Frank Justine leads off for Pittsburgh. 3 runs down. 1-1 roll. That's a hit column roll. 56 is a double for Frank Justine, a leadoff double. And that's the second double of the game. Bob Elliott. 34 is fly out to center field, caught by Johnny Rucker. 1 away. Archie Vaughn. Good hitter. 46 is a walk. Archie Vaughn's been on base 3 out of 4 times with 2 walks and a single. Here is the potential tying run in L.B. Fletcher, 288 hitter, 11 home runs. Okay, New York calls time, and they're going to bring in Dave Kozlow, a grade B pitcher, Y modifier. He's a left-hander facing a left-hander, so he'll get the 1-batter bump up. Makes him an A pitcher against L.B. Fletcher. If there are only 2 runs down, he might sacrifice, but there are 3 runs down. Here's the pitch. 16 is a 28, fielding column 1. That's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. That ends the inning. We go to the 8th, 6-3 New York. Okay, Bob Klinger is still on for Pittsburgh, and Dave and Burgess Whitehead will lead off for the Giants. 4-3 is a ground ball back to Klinger, and he'll be retired 1-3. 1 down. Pitcher Dave Kozlow will remain in the game and bat for himself. 63 is a strikeout. 2 down. And here's JoJo Moore. 35 is a pop-up fly out to the third baseman. 3 outs, bottom of the 8th we go. Giants are up by 3, 6-3 over the Pirates. Maurice Van Robe's 46 is a ground out to the third baseman, 5-3. 1 away. Vince DiMaggio, 1 for 2 with a home run. 25 is a fly out to the center fielder, Tony Rucker, 2 outs. Here's catcher Al Lopez, well known for his managerial career. He was a good catcher too, by the way, but he managed, and he was the only manager to interrupt the Yankee strings of AL pennants from 1949 to 1964. He did it twice, once with the 54 Indians and then again with the 59 White Sox. Here's the pitch to Al Lopez. 41 is a ground out to the shortstop. 3 outs, we go to the top of the 9th, 6-3, New York. Bob Klinger will face Johnny Rucker, Dick Bartell, and Mel Ott in the 9th. Here's the pitch. 35 is going to be a pop out to the third baseman, Lee Hanley, for 1 out. Dick Bartell. 15 is a single to center field. Fast runner. Here is Mel Ott. Pitch to Ott. 45 is a Z, so 2 balls, no strikes. 26 is a fly out to right field. 2 down. Babe Young. 51 is a 9, and that's going to be a ground out to third base. 5-3. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Giants 6, Pirates 3. Pirates will start their 9th inning with a pinch hitter, young shortstop, 22-year-old Billy Cox will pinch hit for the pitcher. Here's the pitch from Kozlov, who's remained out there for the Giants to try to close this out. 23 is a 26. That's going to be a ground out to the second baseman, Burgess Whitehead. 4-3, 1 out. Lee Hanley, who is 0 for 4 today, comes to bat. 64 is a 39, a strike. 1-1 is hit column. 1-2 is a single for Lee Hanley. Fast runner at first. Frank out on the 9th. Frank Justine comes up. Tying runs on deck. Here's the pitch from Kozlov. 52 is a 27. That is going to be a ground ball to third base. He throws to second base for 1, over to first for 2, a 5-4-3 double play that ends the ball game. We'll be back with a wrap-up. In Game 2 of the National League Tournament, the New York Giants scored 6 runs on 14 hits. They committed no errors. Pittsburgh Pirates had 3 runs on 6 hits and no errors. Max Butcher was a losing pitcher. The winning pitcher was Prince House Schumacher. 6 1/3 innings, 3 earned runs. Dave Kozlov got the save, 2 2/3 innings, no earned runs. The stars of today's games for the New York Giants was Dick Bartell, the shortstop. He went 3 for 5 with 2 doubles and 2 RBIs and a run scored. Roddy Richard was a scrappy, steady shortstop for 18 years in the major leagues. And actually his statistics compare pretty well with some Hall of Fame shortstops like Joe Tinker. He was a .284 lifetime hitter. Hit over 306 times. Career high was 320 in 1930. So a very fine player, and he led the way for the New York Giants in this win for their Game 1 appearance. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe and like button, and good day and God bless.